Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I just am afraid somebody's going to get hurt or killed before something changes.
A local man says he hopes something will be done, calling a popular West Fargo intersection extremely dangerous. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on this Friday. That man called our whistleblower hotline, wanting us to investigate the Main Avenue and 6th Street West intersection.
The intersection is near Sandy's Donuts in West Fargo. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson walked across the road and shows us what the city has to say about it.
Oh, we got people stopping for us. That's good.
Michael Mashalik,
Sorry that I'm slow.
is a longtime West Fargo resident
Around 20 years.
and always avoids this intersection.
It gets to be a little scary crossing.
He lives in a neighborhood right behind Main Avenue, and this is a common way for people to cross.
It's hard to know when to go. You got to watch for that corner, this corner, and the 4 lanes.
We had to wait for quite a bit of traffic before we could cross. Some drivers slowed and stopped for us.
Here we're good. Oh, no, we're not. I forgot about that corner.
Others were going faster than the 30-mile-per-hour speed limit.
My children have grown and gone. We survived, but there's more. I'm thinking of them.
Mashalik says kids walking to the park or riding their bikes have a hard time getting across. We talked to the city of West Fargo, which says there isn't much the city can do right now. A federally funded project will be done next year that should solve it. A sidewalk and bike path are going to be put in here, leading to the nearest crosswalk and traffic light.
I just am afraid somebody's going to get hurt or killed before something changes.
Until then, Mashalik asked drivers to slow down and watch out. In West Fargo, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Ironically, back in the 90s, there used to be a traffic light at that intersection, but the city tells us there isn't enough traffic now to have one. West Fargo Schools changed its bus routes so kids in the neighborhood are picked up without having to cross Main Avenue. Now, if you need help uncovering any issue in your community, call our whistleblower hotline and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. Call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
Traveling eastbound along I-94 through Fargo today was a challenge, to say the least. When it's bad, it's like big city driving. A resurfacing project on the Minnesota side of the river is to blame. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has been in the middle of the mess all day, and he joins us live near the point where 3 lanes wind up merging into one. Bradford?
That's right, guys. I'm here on the side of Interstate 94 in Moorhead. The 34th Street exit is here behind me. Traffic is moving along very quickly at normal speeds. About a half hour ago, crews came through and kicked over all the signs that said right lane closed and merge. So all lanes are now open. But that was not the case for the noon hour and much of the afternoon today. Orange barrels, brake lights, and it was miles of stop and go driving. While crews continued to grind up the road, it was causing plenty of delays, and a lot of people were just going crazy sitting there waiting in traffic.
I just told someone I'd be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah? You're probably not going to make that?
Doesn't look like it.
So bad.
Yeah? How long have you been trying to get through here?
Oh, only like 20 minutes or so.
Oh yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but it needs to be done at some point, you know.
I timed the drive today during that noon hour. It took me about a half hour to get from the pedestrian bridge in Fargo all the way to Highway 336 here in Moorhead. That's a 6-mile stretch of Interstate 94. MnDOT says these intermittent lane closures should end sometime by the middle of this coming week. But remember, this area is going to be under the gun again next year as MnDOT starts a diverging diamond project at the intersection of 8th Street and Interstate 94 here in Moorhead. So use this as a precursor to that. Start planning your routes accordingly and get ready, because it's going to be a while before this stretch of Interstate 94 is pretty good to drive on. Reporting live in Moorhead, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Bradford. If you're trying to avoid the construction, you've got probably two options. Go through downtown Fargo, head over and south to 52nd Avenue.
A big game tomorrow in Missoula, Montana, between the Bison and the Grizzlies, and right now they're expecting some air quality issues. This is a live picture looking out wildfires smoke that's prompted either the cancellation, postponement, or relocation of several high school football games tonight. We talked with Bison AD Matt Larson, who says that they have been monitoring this situation, but he's optimistic it will get better. The Bison game's still on as scheduled, and tonight at 10, Beth Houle, who's in Missoula right now, is going to be talking to Coach Kleiman about this smoke issue. But closer to home, let's go to Hutch, who's here with a forecast for the Red River Valley tonight. Hutch?
Well, we continue to see signs of the haze and smoke over the skies of the valley as well. Temperatures have warmed. We hit the mid-80s here in the valley. Look at Bismarck, 89 degrees right now. It's in the mid and upper 70s in Lakes Country. Looking out to the west, that's where the heat is. And with the lack of rain out west, we have a fire weather watch in the western half of North Dakota. For Fargo tonight, we'll stay in the 80s through the early evening, dropping into the 70s for most of it. It's a little breezy early. That's going to go away. You see a thunderstorm there on the end. There is a slight chance of that. I wouldn't bank on it. It looks pretty dry to me. I'll have hour-by-hour details in the weekend ahead. It looks like summer-like weather will be here for some time.
It's warm, that's for sure. All right, thanks, Hutch. The Fargo Police Department is warning NDSU students and residents around campus about vehicle and bike thefts in the area. The warning was posted on their Facebook page with this picture. The picture shows vehicle theft with the green V icon and bike thefts with the blue T icon over the past 30 days. Police say that these two crimes are on the rise in the area. Now, to protect yourself, they recommend locking your vehicle and securing your bike, or use the bike share program.
Friday, and it's time for a first look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. David Anderson wanted for theft of property and possession of drug paraphernalia. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Anderson's whereabouts.
Congressman Kevin Cramer is applauding a federal judge's decision to hold a rule aimed at limiting pollution of our nation's rivers, lakes, and potholes. The rule was to have taken effect today, and 13 states sued to block it. Judge Ralph Erickson in Fargo issued a temporary injunction. Business, development, and agriculture interests and a number of states are fighting the rule. They say it's unconstitutional, and Congressman Cramer agrees.
I think in this particular rule, in this particular case, there's a strong constitutional argument that says, hey, federal government, you have minimal influence, you have minimal jurisdiction. The vast majority of jurisdiction over waters belongs to the states, not to the federal government, and the rights of the private landowner have to be paramount.
Senator Heitkamp is backing a bipartisan bill which she says will force the EPA to work directly with farmers, ranchers, and others to redo the rule.
Online lottery ticket sales are going away. Today, Minnesota began the process of ending internet sales. The lottery will stop selling Mega Millions, Hot Lotto, Go for Five, Powerball, and Instant Win tickets online. State lawmakers were uncomfortable with the online option and passed a law this spring forcing the lottery to stop those sales. By mid-September, any players that have money or winnings remaining in their individual accounts will get a check from the state.
Today, more heated debate surrounds UND's nickname controversy. President Robert Kelly has said no to North Dakota as a possible nickname. He says an online vote will be taken on the remaining nickname list that's in mid-October. Here are the remaining names: Fighting Hawks, Nodaks, North Stars, Rough Riders, and Sundogs. Kelly says he's standing by the nickname committee's decision to leave North Dakota off the list.
And the committee voted 7-4 to leave it off the list. I've talked to many people, students, student athletes, faculty, staff, alums, all of the retirees that I could connect with. I've received as much input as possible. North Dakota is not a nickname. That's who we are.
All UND students, alumni, and staff, along with UND donors and current season ticket holders, will have the opportunity to cast one online vote for the 5 nickname options in mid-October. More details will be released soon on how to verify your email address for that vote. The winning nickname will need to get 50% of the vote. If one isn't chosen on the first public ballot, President Kelly says the current student body will hold a runoff election to choose the winner.
When it comes to potato festivals, Barnesville knows how to cook it up. From a potato cook-off to a street fair, the event offers a wide variety for the whole family. It also has been an annual opportunity for those of us here at Valley News Live to set up and shake hands with viewers and hand out cookies. Today we ran into wonderful weather and equally wonderful people to chat with. Thanks to all of you who stopped by. Potato Days goes through Saturday with crowd favorites including the Potato Sack Fashion Show, Potato Peeling Contest, and the Golden Potato Scavenger Hunt. And don't forget, Valley News Live is your Bison station. The Bison play the University of Montana tomorrow at 2:30. You can watch it on ESPN, but join us at 1:30 for the all-new Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show on KVLY.
Should be fun.
Oh, exciting.
Well, later on Valley News Live at 6, looking for something to do this weekend? We've got a fun idea for you.
Quite a way to wake up this morning. This is near Pembina. How about some baseball-sized hail for them to get things started? Smoke in the skies across the valley. The heat is on. Your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up right after this.